10 and 4 o'clock, I'm going to take my bike over.
Go ahead.
Same train here in Greenville. Hey, get long hair. You won't feel it.
I wish I had long hair.
Fans, be sure to purchase a fall sports program tonight. Tonight's issue features our Piqua cheerleaders and football seniors. There is a collage of photos honoring this year's senior cheerleader, sports medicine, and football seniors. In addition are pictures of all the high school athletic teams and, of course, the popular senior feature, which highlights all the fall senior athletes throughout the season. So please get yours today.
Well, the weeks have gone by quickly, and we are now at week 10 of the high school football season. The Piqua Indians, well, they've gone 7-2, 6-2, which is good for second in the Miami division. They're running through most teams, but losing to their two toughest opponents. Tonight, Stebbins is here. 4-4 the record, tied for second in the Valley. They've looked good at times, hapless at others. Tonight, tournament seeding on the line. Piqua hosting Stebbins, the Battle of the Indians on the Indian Nation Station. I'm Tom Michaels, along with the coach Brian Gillespie. And Brian, Piqua lost the tip, beat Butler. What have we learned from these last two games?
Well, partner, first of all, it feels like it's been a forever since we've been on the air. I'm glad to be back. I'll tell you what, I was got to up close and personal with the tip game. I got to see that one real close up, and I think what Piqua proved in that game is that they aren't what they showed against Xenia, and I think that they had every opportunity. They were ahead a good portion in that game. They really controlled the game for about two and three quarters of the game, but that fumble late in the game hurt them. They had some issues with cramps that was odd for a cold night, and it just didn't work out from that night. But what I saw out there were a bunch of kids working their tail off to do what they didn't do against Xenia, and they nearly pulled it off against a team that is currently ranked third in the state in Division III.
Now, when you look at what's ahead, how important is this game in terms of the seeding?
Well, I would actually say the seeds are almost, for set. I mean, there's a little bit of flexibility if you look at there's some possibilities, but really you're looking at Piqua, probably the 6 seed, possibly the 5 seed. They need a lot of help to get there, or at least some help to get there. It's unlikely with the computers and all that the way it is. They're not going to fall below Troy at 7, so you're looking 5 or 6 probably. Outside of a disaster tonight and a loss, you're looking at 5 or 6 for sure. Playing likelihood could get a rematch with this Stebbins team next week on the same field, same Indians battle next week. It is a very high possibility.
We try to spotlight some of the players that have been key throughout the season. And one of those, and maybe we haven't talked about him enough, we're talking about Kai Warner, who's right now 5th in the league in rushing with 772 yards.
I'll tell you what, you can just watch when you watch him play that he's growing into that role. He's really getting that confidence. He's got things rolling pretty good. I mean, last week in that win over Butler, he had 139 yards rushing and a touchdown against a pretty tough Butler defense. He manages to get some good tough yards. He can spin. He's got a nice spin move, and you can just see his confidence rolling. And what that changes the future plans perhaps for Piqua, because he was supposed to take over at the quarterback position next year, but it looks like he's going to be the running back as a senior, because the way he's playing, it'd be hard to yank him out of that spot.
Well, right now, the Piqua band is on the field and getting ready for their pregame performance here. Mentioned Stebbins. They've had a couple of playoff appearances over the last couple of years, in 20 and 21, and they've won a game in each of their playoff appearances there. We'll talk more about them coming up here, but this is a team that had really hit the dregs for quite some time, and their coach, Greg Bonifay, has been able to pull this thing back from the precipice, as we might say. But right now, let's go on down to the field and listen in to the Piqua Marching Band.
So you're not going to be able to write at all because we have four. Yeah. So don't be right. Just go. Stay middle and go. Alright. Because if you do, it's not best. It's not. This came out like a stain. This one never stays. It's just wet. Yeah, so when he's doing it, don't go right. Don't go right at all. It'll be just this thing going right. You know how that's what I do? Yeah, I'll plug the other one. It's on that. Especially if the ball's going that way, it'd be only this way.
So this right here is like really tight, like it's so if you go right, don't. Like if it's like over here.
Stebbins is coming out, AJ.
Because it'll probably break something in this wire. So just keep it in the middle or the left. That's the safest way. And they're probably going to fix it probably in a second. They don't care.
Do you want me to zoom in on Stebbins?
So if stuff happens over here, just keep it in the middle. Follow it,
yeah, just keep it in the middle, and this will be the only camera on that side because it's gonna pull the whole thing off.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the visiting Stebbins Indians.
Running is a victory. Run, boy, run. Do it out beyond the hill.
And the Piqua Indians now on the field as we get ready for this one. Final week of the regular season. The Piqua Indians versus the Stebbins Indians. Coming up here momentarily, the marching band will be taking us through our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and remove your hats for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
Jenkins, right.
Well, welcome once again to Alexander Stadium, Perk Field, for tonight's game. The final of the regular season between the Stebbins Indians, a record of 4-4, and they're taking on homestanding Piqua. Both these teams nicknamed the Indians. We'll try and keep that as straight as we can throughout this one. On the coin toss, Stebbins won 8-1, so Piqua's going to be receiving. They'll be defending the goal down to our left, the north goal, here in the first quarter. I'd like to thank our sponsors for being with us throughout this entire season and on into the playoffs. Kathy Henney, Little Caesars, Teach Tech Productions, Buffalo Wings and Rings, Dick Lumpkins, This and That's Candy on Main, Harmony Systems, Craix Corporation, Edison State, Dr. Littlejohn, Morris Comfort System, Atlanta Sportswear, and 36 Skate Club. Now the Indians get ready for this one. They're going to have the first chance here on offense. What should we expect out of them, Coach?
Well, I think that you're going to see, a heavy dose of Kai Warner there, and a lot of, try to get him established and run against the Stebbins defense, which gave up, 27 points last week in a victory. They won 34-27 over Sydney, but that's quite a few points there to give up to that Sydney offense, which really struggled against Piqua. So look for a heavy dose of Kai Warner early and often.
Gibson
Kilborn is going to be kicking off now for Stebbins, as mentioned. Playoff appearances in 2020 and 2021. And they won a game, the first round game, each of those times. For the Indians, Rashawn Roberts is back deep. It's going to be a squib kick picked up at the 33-yard line. Picking it up is Kai Warner. And he's not going to pick up a whole lot of yardage. Now we got a flag already.
That wasn't the most effective squib kick I've seen.
Nope, it's going to be pretty good field position for the Indians, depending on this flag.
Ready. Ready, go. When there's a flag on field, the yellow thing,
That might be going.
dude with the white hat, because he'll be the one talking.
I'm not sure what it is here.
So you just find him, see what he says. And then once he's done,
So a personal foul called here against Stebbins. And that's going to move the Indians up into even better field position. The referee tonight, Terry Kugler, Dan O'Brien, the linesman, the line judge, Kermit Redmond, the umpire, David Runyon, and Neil Staley is the back judge.
That's not where you want to start there if you're Stebbins with a 15-yard penalty and them starting across the 50. I'll tell you that much.
So from the Stebbins 48. Ooh, gets the ball, Deshaun Roberts. Roberts around the left side, picks up good yardage down around the 40-yard line, so picks up about 8 yards. Bring up a 2nd and 2.
Those are the easiest pass yards any quarterback could ever have, because technically those little pop pitches forward, those are passing yards for Brady Ewell right there. Those are easy money.
Just underway here. Nice night for football, getting close to November. Here they go once again, Kai Warner, but a flag.
Looks like we left a little early on that one.
Flag on the play.
So that'll bring it back, and it'll be a 2nd and 7.
False start. Number 56 in
So the false start called here against the Indians.
Pulling guard was trying to get a little early start on that one, on that play.
Working the left hash mark. The Indians, who had that 19-game win streak, regular season win streak, broken by Xenia earlier. Here goes Uhl, and off the fingertips. Trying for Elijah Frazier there. It may have been just a little bit underthrown.
That plant foot's a problem for Brady with his knee the way it is. That ball hung in the air a little bit, but that still hit him right in the hands. I think he wanted to catch it and run with it, and he just kind of took his eye off the ball at the last second. That one fell incomplete.
That brings up 3rd and 7. Give the ball to Kai Warner. Kai Warner's not going to get anything, and that takes us to 4th down.
Stacked up near the line of scrimmage.
So the Indians are going to bring on the punting unit here. The punter, Jackson Tremblay, who has shown to be one of the better high school punters that we've seen around this year, if not the best, averaging about 41.1 yards per kick. He's standing back at his own 41-yard line. Stebbins going to get the ball here. Rayvon Harris Bell back deep. Good snap. And this one is going to be down at the 15-yard line. They were trying to kind of put it down close to the end zone. Didn't quite get where they wanted it to, but fairly deep in their own territory. That's where we're going to see the Stebbins Indians take over here under 6th-year coach Greg Bonifay. 19-38. He is in his time at Stebbins, and he's really turned this program around in many ways. He's 15 years a head coach, 54 and 105. We'll have to.
Got a freshman quarterback out there after he started his first game last week, so they unleashed Adrian Norton, number 1. He's been their quarterback a good portion of the season. He's probably a better wide receiver / runner. So it gives him the opportunity to make some plays, and he certainly did that last week for Stebbins against Sydney. He had 11 catches for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So Xavier Dozier is now the quarterback for Stebbins. Caden Caudill with that carry. Picks up a yard, 2nd and 9. Working from the right hash mark here. Dozier. Looking, lofts one out, and it's intercepted. Picking that one off, Bryson Roberts. And the Indians get the ball back here early on.
Well, I guess they knew what I knew, and that's that Adrian Norton was going to be the target. And they went right to him, and Bryson Roberts obviously was over there ready to make that play. And he's been a heck of an addition at the safety position. He's a big play kind of guy.
Xavier Dozier, that's his 5th interception in the playing time he's gotten this year. So the Indians take over on the Stebbins 41-yard line, 9:43 left to go in the first quarter. Final regular season game. They're going to give the ball Kai Warner, and Warner is wrapped up after he picks up about a yard. In there for the stop, DeMarcus Oliver, defensive back, 5'10", 150-pound sophomore. A lot of sophomores get appreciable playing time with this Stebbins team. And they're going to say no gain with that spot. So it's 2nd and 10. Looking over on the swing pass. They got the ball out there to Deshaun Roberts, and he's not able to get anything. And that just seemed to be very slow developing. And once he got the ball, he was very slow to actually try and make a move.
I'll tell you what, DeMarcus Oliver came over and absolutely put the hammer job on him right there. He came for perfect job by DeMarcus Oliver to come from the outside in and really put a hit on him.
Loss of 1, 3rd and 11.
Passing right. Follow him a little bit, zoom in a little bit, follow the ball, zoom in.
Oh, off the fingertips of Deshaun Roberts. And that'll bring up 4th down. So the Indians have done nothing on their first 2 possessions of the game. No score here. Still early on in the first quarter. And on to do the punting. The second time that he has punted in this game is Jackson Fromley.
They put a little heat on him, and again with his knee the way it is, he made a pretty good throw, to be honest, rolling to the left off one leg basically, and that might have been caught. I mean, it hit him in the hands.
This one going to be bouncing inside the 5. That's what they wanted. Down to the 3-yard line. So Stebbins takes over very deep in their own territory here with 8:26 to go in our opening quarter.
Tell you what, you just don't see a lot of high school football teams with good kickers. And when you have a weapon like that to bury them at their 4-yard line this early in the game in kind of a defensive struggle type game, that's a game changer.
Yeah, we spotlighted Tremblay a number of times over the last 2 years. So the quarterback, 5'11", 200-pound freshman, and Xavier Dozer, just 9 of 23 coming into this ball game, and he's rushed 5 times for a -9 yards. Hand the ball off to the back, and that once again is Caden Caudell, 5'9", 160-pound senior, who rushed the first 9 games 86 times for 375 yards and 3 touchdowns.
It'll be interesting to see if they trust him enough to put him back there and have him throw the ball out of his own end zone here. I'm looking run here on Piqua defense.
Indeed, they're going to try it once again. They try and move it over that right guard area with Caudell. And he picks up a little bit of yardage, but not much. That brings up a third down and 8.
I think you're going to see another run here, to be honest. They might have the quarterback keep it on the... I'd be surprised if they throw it here. Okay.
Dozier, who is hit immediately that time. Coming in to get him was Mickey Anderson. Anderson coming up there from his linebacker position. Anderson's a 6-foot, 172-pound junior.
Well, that was a heck of a hit right there, I'll tell you what. That kid regretted it being in that spot real quickly.
So on the punt, like Adrian Norton. Yeah, they've got to get requisite number of personnel out there on the field.
Look like that's actually Norton in the wide receiver spot. Oh, they got it.
Ball is blocked, and the Indians are going to have it right there within the 5-yard line.
Colton Booker looked like got in there.
And again, that is Gibson Kilborn, who actually was doing the punting there. You've got Kilborn, who averages 25 yards per kick, and Adrian Norton, who averages 41.6.
And there you go, partner. How about that kicking game making a difference? You know, other teams can't even get kicks off. Piqua kicks the ball, punts it to the 3-yard line. There's your difference in a lot of games this year.
On 1st and goal to go. Kai Warner He's going to get stacked up, driven back. We'll see where forward progress is featured. And it looks like he's going to be there at the 7-yard line.
This Piqua offense is a little bit hamstrung because they don't have that threat from the running of the quarterback. The teams are not respecting that, and for good reason, because Brady is not in a situation where he's going to run the ball a lot. So other teams are keying, putting a lot more guys in the box. It's making it harder. Oh,
well, he's going to carry it this
then he
time
kept it.
and
Then he kept
find the hole. There he is. Touchdown.
When he does keep it, he has all day to run with it. They're not looking for it. It's just a matter of can he stay healthy running the ball like that.
So Brady Ewell on the 7-yard carry.
I mean, he ran for days. At one time against Tip, he had a huge gain on a fake handoff. Nobody thought he was going to keep it. And then the rest of the game, he was kind of nicked because he got hit hard on that play.
Oh, with the hold, the kick. Tremblay. It's good. And with 5:45 left to go here in the first quarter, Piqua takes out to a 7-0 lead in what has been a little bit of a strange first quarter here. Indians will be kicking off left to right as we move ahead. Don't forget, you can get all the latest on all the fall athletic teams on the Indian Nation station, highlighting our teams, student athletes, and coaches. You can catch all the action on the Indian Nation station's YouTube channel and also on Spectrum Channel 5.
We'll have to see how Stebbins can engineer some offense because they're going to need some tonight against Piqua, and I'm not sure against this Piqua defense how much they're going to be able to put together. I guess time will tell.
Tremblay approaches. Back deep. Deshaun Cunningham, one of those. Ball taken on the near side by Adrian Norton. Norton brings it across the 15-yard line and is taken down. Mickey Anderson, one of those there, as they spot the ball at the 17.
I think you're going to see them, Lavelle Lyles, number 44, get a few carries here. And they're also going to do whatever they can to get the ball in Norton's hands. That is for sure. Speaking of that, he's at quarterback now.
Well, that's after the interception that was thrown by the freshman. So Adrian Norton plays wide receiver and quarterback. Getting Caudell lined up. Quarterback's going to keep it. Gets the first down and more across the 30-yard line out to the 32. Adrian Norton as a rusher, 96 rushes for 625 yards and 8 touchdowns. He's done a fine job.
I think if you're Stebbins, that's your best bet tonight is to get the ball in his hand as much as possible. He does have 6 fumbles, so keep an eye on that. He does have a tendency to put the ball on the ground, but he is a heck of an athlete.
Single back, Lavelle Lyles. Lyles up to the 35-yard line.
44, Lavelle Lyles.
Pickup of 3. That'll bring up a 2nd and 7. Indians taking the lead on the 7-yard run by Brady Ewell. Out of the pistol. Lyles is the lone back. One man wide near side. Lyles now switches over to the right side. High snap. Has to bring it down, and Lyles is then given the ball. He just keeps churning. He's not down yet. Now he is.
Lyles is a grinder. Last week he carried 20 times for 82 yards and a touchdown. They like to give him the ball. He's also a heck of a linebacker. He had 10 tackles last week to lead their defense. He'll get the tough yards for you for sure.
So on 3rd and 3. 2 wideouts to the right.
They're doing something for Nathan Beacon.
One to the near side, that's Clyde Mason.
So he told me to let you know. So
Quarterback's going to keep it. And then try and force his way ahead as he stepped back and lost some yardage, but he gets the first down. Does Adrian Norton.
And on the stop for the Indians, number 9, Colt.
3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Indians lead at 7-0.
Norton's a big kid. I mean, he's not your typical high school quarterback size. He's a guy that's going to be pretty difficult to get down tonight. Piqua's going to have to wrap. They're going to have to be good tacklers up there in the front 7.
Yeah, and as you say, we're going to see mostly runs. None of their quarterbacks, and they've got 3 who have appreciable time. There's one which is sent back, fumbled, and Lyles, he is going to be taken down. Getting back there on him, you got Mickey Anderson, also Anson Cox.
That little option pitch was not did not work out the way they had planned it, that's for sure.
Defense, number 79, Anson
Now for Cox, that is his 10th tackle for a loss. Brings up 2nd and long. But none of their quarterbacks are over 45% as far as passing numbers go. And the freshman who started the game is down at 39%. Once again, here goes Norton. Norton gets ahead, and we'll see where they spot it. Where do you go out? Well, they're going to say he's right there at the marker, and he's going to be a first down.
He made that thing happen all by himself right there. There wasn't a whole lot else going on. He just went, okay, turned on the jets, and boom. He faked Mickey Anderson out to the inside and cut outside, and there was nobody else out there.
Norton looks over to the sideline.
It's tempting as a Piqua player to say, okay, they're just spreading us out so they can run the ball. Can I move in this guy's not getting any passes, but the moment you do that, they sneak a pass in on you.
This time, Norton's going to go nowhere.
Stacked up near the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right there at the line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up less than a yard there.
Keep an eye on that quarterback to running back handoff mesh point situation there, because they're going to put that ball on the floor, on the ground. That's what they do quite a bit. They fumble the ball a lot on this Stebbins team. So if Piqua can time that thing up and get a good shot on them while they're trying to hand it off, you could see a turnover here soon if they get in there.
Inside a minute to go in the first quarter. Here's Norton. Norton going to be dragged down by the ankle by Colton Booker.
Colton Booker with the tackle.
Brings up 3rd down now. Picks up about 3 yards on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and 6.
I mean, they haven't even, since he's taken over, they haven't looked to throw it once. Those wide receivers are wearing themselves out. They're running patterns for nothing.
Lyles the back, rolling right. Here's one which is almost intercepted again. Mickey Anderson there. Also, Devin Finley there on the coverage of that one. And it's going to be a holding call here.
Question is, do you take this one right here? Because it's 4th down, but they're probably going to go for it on 4th and 6. You might push them back.
So it's the holding call.
Offense, number 52, 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
So they are going to take it.
I thought they might, because you figured Stebbins was in 4-down territory. They're probably going to go for it on 4th and 6. They got a better shot on 4th and 6 than they do on 3rd and 16. You just got to, they're going back to the passing quarterback. Well, if you want to put in passing in quotation marks, they're back. They've got number 8, Mr. Xavier Dozier, back out there. And guess who he's probably going to throw it to?
Yeah, look for number 1, Adrian Norton. No time on the clock here in the first quarter.
The extra play, I guess, due to the holding penalty.
We throw it out there, and that one, again, there were more blue shirts out there, including Elijah Frazier. But that'll do it for the first quarter. It'll be a 4th and 16 when we come back. The Indians lead it 7-0. The Piqua Indians on the Stebbins Indians here on the Indian Nation Station.
Number 1, especially for Nathan Beaker. It was a record-breaking year for Nathan as he broke 3 school records, including most goals in a game with 6, most goals in a season with 42, and most goals in a career with 74. Nathan has also broken the season record for the most goals in MVL history. He has been in the spotlight for many accolades this season, including this week being named the MVL Boys Soccer Player of the Year. While Nathan has broken many records and set the bar high for others to follow, his teammates would tell you he's a great leader and a human being to play with. Ladies and gentlemen, our MVL Player of the Year, Nathan Beaker.
Hey Jay, am I good? You take it back. Alright, here's Jenkins.
The MVL Player of the Year, Nathan Beaker. So on 4th down, lousy punt.
Where's it at?
It'll bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it. Looks like the 37-yard line.
Near the Indian 38-yard line.
The kicking game, again, haunts Stebbins. They almost had that one blocked again. Setting up Piqua for another. That's some pretty good field position to start off with again. Now we'll see if Piqua can put together a drive this time, because they have yet to put together a good long drive. We'll see it, well, semi-long drive in this case.
Yeah, they've had the advantage of field position in this game thus far. Brady Ewell at quarterback. They're going to hand the ball off. Kai Warner. Kai Warner spins his way ahead across to the 42-yard line.
That's his go-to move, I'm telling you. He puts you in the spin cycle pretty nicely out there.
John McDonough.
He shook off Lavelle Lyles, one of their best defenders right there. That was impressive.
Peyton Offenbacher is one of those split to the left side. He's in motion. Again, Kai Warner.
Warner, your ball carrier.
He'll take it down to the 47-yard line. Still short of the first down.
Warner will be taken down.
Not by a whole lot.
By number 44,
Bring up a
Lavelle
2nd and
Lyles.
8 here.
Half the battle against Piqua is no chunk plays. You want to make them work to get
Third
the
down
ball
and
up
short
the
for the
field
Indians.
if you're Stebbins. If you make them work, then you got a chance to stay in this game. If you give the chunk plays up, that's where you get yourself in trouble and into a big hole.
Kai Waters going to bounce to the outside. He's got the first down and
Warner,
more.
your ball carrier, picking up first down.
Forced out of bounds there.
That's a first down.
There's one of those chunk plays right on cue.
Number 13.
It's a nice run by Kai, way to bounce that one outside. Good block on the edge there by Anson Cox to hem that defensive end in.
Linebacker Connor Weaver with the stop. The 1st and 10 Indians here. Ball at the 40-yard line. Kai Warner again. Kai Warner finds a hole
Kai Warner.
and tries to back his way down just a little bit.
Leading the charge.
Lavelle Lyles.
Defense number 72, Josh.
One of a couple players in there on the stop. The linebacker, 5'10", 170-pound junior.
The right side of that Piqua line just folded up the left side of the Stebbins line there. pushed him around.
Wide to the right, Elijah Frazier. Again, Kai Warner. Kai Warner, we get a flag.
Warner with a handoff, flag on the
And
play.
Kai Warner loses yardage, but we'll see what the flag's about.
It's me, Dylan. Storm gave me the headset and
So holding against the Indians, the Piqua Indians. That's going to be tough not to do all night long.
Holding is a call going.
That's going to
against
take it back to the
Piqua.
45-yard line. Actually, they wind up putting it at the 46.
They haven't had a lot of opportunity to connect on a pass here, so we'll have to see if they go to the air.
oh, they're right next to me.
Ooh, looking. Downfield. And incomplete. Throwing into double coverage as they look for Elijah Frazier.
Pass intended for number 2, Elijah Frazier, goes incomplete.
That'll bring up third down.
And on the coverage, number 14, Deshaun Cunningham.
The Indians have found themselves in some pretty good field position in this game, yet only have 7 points on the board.
They seem to be a little confused on
Connor
offense
Weaver
this
also in the
possession.
coverage for Stebbins.
They've had a couple receivers trying to run to the wrong direction. They're just not, they're not clear on the signals a little bit. It's been a little rough since that penalty.
Again to pass. Ooh, rolls right. We got another flag. Throws it down. He's got Kai Warner, but let's see.
Number 5, Kai Warner.
Probably going to have another holding penalty here.
Yep.
Credit number 14, Deshaun Cunningham with the tackle for Stebbins.
See if he can get his mic right. The referee's struggling.
Another hold against the Indians.
Holding is a call against Piqua.
Test.
Oh, this is going to take it way back there. Back down to the 36.
You don't have a lot of plays for 3rd and 25.
All you need is one.
That's for sure. Maybe the hook and ladder. Maybe they'll go to the hook and ladder here.
Little swing pass out here. Rashawn Roberts. Roberts bringing it ahead. He's down across the 50 to the 46.
Deshaun Roberts.
That's going to be well short of the first down, but this is likely 4-down territory. Yeah, as I say that,
4th and long for the Indians as the ball
here
spotted
comes
on
the punting unit on.
46-yard line.
Well, when it's 3rd and a quarter of the field, even a great play by Drayshon Roberts gets you only good enough to get 10 yards off of that.
Jackson Tremblay stands at his own 41-yard line. Ball is taken there. Once again, Adrian Norton.
Norton will step out of bounds at the Stebbins 10-yard line.
So the Indians go back to defense here. Stebbins, as we mentioned, a 4-4 record, and if you want an indication why they're 500, points for 192, points against 191.
It's been a mixed bag with them for sure this year. You just never know, what you're going to get from week to week. They've beat some pretty bad teams and lost to most of the decent teams they've played this year. So.
So Lyles with the ball as he took the pitch, coming from Adrian Norton back in their quarterback.
They might want to put that one in the back of the playbook for the rest of the night. Maybe not run that anymore, because twice Piqua has that one scouted like crazy. They're all over that pitch there. It's lost them a combined about 9-10 yards together on 2 of those.
So on 2nd and 14, 8 minutes to go, first half. Hopefully be able to have some stats for you at the half. Well, Lyles, he's going to get it out there for first down yardage.
Lyles, your ball carrier.
Among those in on the stop, Bryson Roberts.
Lyles will pick up first down and yardage.
Bryson Roberts, who we have seen more as a defensive player this year. Again, the pistol formation, 3 wide right, 1 to the left. Here goes Norton.
Adrian Norton, ball carrier.
First down once again.
Norton will be
Adrian Norton, he's a heck of a runner.
Looks like he might be a yard short on that, but the eye discipline has to be better by Piqua, and they have to, you know, they've twice now they've lost him, and you can't lose that guy. He's the biggest guy on the field almost. Can't afford to lose him. He's too good of an athlete.
And now there's confusion by the officials over there because
they're moving the chains, but they had it marked short of the chains. There's some confusion. I'm not sure what happened there. They did give him a first down, but the referee spotted it a yard short. But now they've given him the first down. Interesting.
So with the penalty, 1st and 15. Adrian Norton. Deshaun Roberts with another stop. Deshaun, 6'1", 181-pound senior.
Not sure what happened there either. It looked like Stebbins got off. Like half their offense left in the snap, and the other half was left behind. And Piqua was standing there waiting for that side to go. It was a weird play. Kind of a weird game so far. But at least it's competitive, and we haven't seen a whole lot of those on our air this year.
That's true. So many mercy rule games that we saw. On the pitch, Lyles with it. There was a hole, but it closed up.
Number 44, Lyles.
Sam Schmeezing rolls in there to take him down and stop him just shy of first down yardage, so it'll be a 3rd and 1. Again, they've got 3 on the right side, 1 on the left. Norton is going to keep it, but he's going to get the first down.
Norton, your ball carrier.
You know what? Take a look at the spot on that ball. He may not have gotten it.
I can't
Now
figure out.
Now they're saying he did get it.
I'm so confused by where the sticks, like they keep spotting it oddly, or the sticks aren't moving to where the spot is. Anyway, first down again. Nice little drive putting together here for Stebbins.
We have 5 minutes to go first half. Adrian Norton at quarterback. Lavelle Lyles, the running back.
Those receivers are looking down at their playbook going, okay, this one, that's behind him. That throw was behind him.
Andre McConnell was the intended receiver.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't call that out of bounds and mark it where the ball went out of bounds, because he threw that behind him.
Yeah, that would have been a backward pass there. So on 2nd and 10. Again, the pass right there on the coverage. That was Elijah Frazier. They intended the pass for Connor Weaver, the wide receiver. And that takes us to 3rd down.
It's a 3rd and long. I think they're Oh, they're going to the passing QB. This is an interesting way to run your offense.
Well, Norton was a receiver last year and was moved to quarterback and now shuttling in and out. He'll be the outside man on the left side. He's one of a couple of players that have offers from Akron.
Timeout. Stebbins.
So 7-0. Piqua Indians with the lead on Stebbins with 4:40 to go in the first half on the Indian Nation station.
Atlantis Sportswear Incorporated in Piqua, Ohio is a family-owned company that started in 1985. With over 30 years of screen printing excellence, Atlantis is dedicated to producing screen-printed apparel of the highest quality to their customers. Atlantis Sportswear is currently hiring new employees to join their team. If you are the employee who has drive and ambition that wants to succeed in your career field, Atlantis Sportswear wants to meet with you to talk about the career opportunities they have. Atlantis Sportswear offers full-time, part-time, and a flexible employee work shift, and full-time employees have a full benefit package including medical, vacation time, and a generous 401k program. Please feel free to contact Atlantis Sportswear Incorporated through their website if you are interested in joining Team Atlantis.
So we got a 3rd down and 10 coming up here now. Piqua leads 7-0. We are late in the first half. Much more competitive game, but both teams making mistakes. Miles lines up off the right hip of the quarterback. Dozier throws it out there, and it is complete to Adrian Norton.
Dozier's pass complete.
So one way or another, he's going to be on one end of it or the other.
I'll tell you what, if you're Piqua, you just can't let that happen. You got to have 2 guys over there covering up deep, covering short. There is no one else out on the field that they're going to throw that ball to. That's unacceptable to have that happen on 3rd and long like that.
Xavier Dozier, the freshman, in the pistol. Now they move Lyles to the left. They hand to Lyles, and Lyles is taken down quickly.
Lyles stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So there, you got Sam Schmeezing. Also Hayden Weigel on the stop.
And on the stop for the Indians, number 8, Sam Schmeezing.
So no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Nice night for football when you consider how late we are into the fall season here.
It's going to be
the end of October.
It's going to be in the 70s for the next 5 days or so. It's pretty crazy after today.
On the pitch, they get it to Lyles. Lyles finds a hole, and shouldering him down was Bryson Roberts.
Bryson Roberts.
Man, their quarterbacks are taking a beating on those plays. They're getting some clean shots on these guys.
So I don't know that you've got a passing quarterback in Dozier, but I do think you have a passing receiver in Adrian Norton.
You've got somebody who can catch the ball, and they're going to him again. I would pretty much, outside of maybe a run, but
they're coming the other way. It is complete with the ball, Connor Weaver. Weaver spun to the turf. Elijah Frazier having a good night, gets another tackle there.
And Dozier took another hit. They are getting a lot of shots on these quarterbacks.
4th down and 2 for Stebbins.
It's going to be, looks like a run here. You're going back to the big man to play quarterback.
Adrian Norton with LaBelle Lyles behind him.
Your 2 best runners in the backfield right now. So, big penalty. Can't afford to shoot yourself in the foot like that if you're Stebbins.
Ball start. Number 58 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay down.
That'll take it back 5 yards. Make it a 4th and 7. Well, they've gone with Lyles since early on in the game. They had Caden Caudell who was the running back, but
It's interesting. They might want to watch for a fake punt here. Because as bad as they block on their punts, they'd probably be better off faking this.
Gibson Kilborn on to do the kicking. Oh, it is blocked.
They jumped off sides. I think Piqua went early.
Yep, there's the flag. Yeah, both teams are making mistakes here.
Offsides.
Now you gave him another opportunity to bring Norton back out to run a 4th and 2 play. You had him off the field, and you gave him life here. That's a big penalty. These teams don't want this possession to end here.
4th and 2. Norton will be at quarterback. Lyles the running back.
Some confusion here on the line. Big guys shift to the left. I'm guessing they're going left.
And he spins his way down for the first down.
I think there's your keys right there. You shift over your big linemen. They at the last second shifted over to the left. They had their 2 biggest linemen on the left, and they ran right off the left tackle. You've got some big boys up there on that front line, Stebbins. One of the bigger ones we've seen this year.
Lyles had to
Lyles, your ball carrier.
take a moment that time to really gather the ball in.
Stebbins
picks up some good yardage there. So we'll take a break. 7-0 Piqua with 1:10 to go in the first half here on the Indian Nation Station.
Boosters giving away $10,000. There are less than 50 tickets remaining for this reverse raffle that takes place on Saturday, October 29th. Over $14,000 will be given away in this year's event. That'll be held at the newly renovated High Acres Farm on Deming Road. With your ticket donation of $100, you and a guest will be treated to a tailgate dinner experience and dessert along with drinks, musical entertainment, and a guaranteed fun-filled evening. Get your forms at the Spirit Store or at the Piqua High School Athletic Department.
And we want to wish the boys and girls cross-country teams good luck tomorrow as they get ready to compete at the district cross-country meet at Cedarville University. Teams and individuals will look to advance in the regional cross-country meet in Troy.
You can say that again, Tom.
I actually did. The give to Lyles. No, it's the quarterback. He keeps it. And this time, Adrian Norton gets nothing.
Sneezing with the tackle.
Give him a yard. Inside a minute to go, first half. 3rd and 3.
For Stebbins, 3rd down and 2.
My money's on a run here. I've been known to lose a little of my money, so I might be wrong.
Lyles finds a big hole. He gets it down across the 10.
Well, Lyles, your ball carrier.
They've only got 1 timeout left here with 37 seconds left, and they're going to use it.
Yep. They're going to use it. So we'll take a break here. 7-0 Piqua with 37 seconds left to go in the first half on the Indian Nation Station.
Have you heard of This and That Candy on Main in downtown Piqua? It's for kids of all ages. If they don't have it, they don't make it. This and That Candy on Main has your favorite retro candy. You know, from when you were a kid. There's a selection of 165 glass bottle sodas and 84 kinds of saltwater taffy. Retro toys, they've got them too. This and That Candy on Main, 408 North Main Street. Find them on Facebook or call 937-541-2201. If we don't have it, they don't make it.
So with the 1st and goal to go here.
This is tricky here.
Lyles up the middle. Lyles down across the 5 to about the 4-yard line, but they're going to have to
Finley with the tackle.
hurry up. Maybe in their advantage a bit. Here goes the quarterback. He's down close. He's got the touchdown.
He's a load, I'll tell you what.
Adrian Norton.
He just ran right over him. There were guys from Piqua there, but they couldn't get in. They took a good shot at him, but he was too much for them to handle. He reached that ball right up over the goal line and just got just enough.
Gibson Kilborn on for the extra point. Clyde Mason to do the holding. Kilborn 9 of 11 on extra points this year.
Extra point.
It's a line drive low, but it's good. And with 18 seconds to go here in the first half, it's Piqua 7 and Stebbins 7.
Tell you what, this is a little different than what we've had here on the Indian Nation station the rest of the season. So a 7-7 ball game, potentially going to halftime with a tie. This could turn out to be a better game than everybody thought.
Well, you can catch the Bill and East Coaches Show every week on Spectrum Channel 5, as well as the Indian Nation station on YouTube. Show features highlights from tonight's games, a preview of next week's game. In addition, Coach Neese will feature the senior football players breaking down the Indians' season. So back deep, Colton Booker, one of those who is trotting back there. Just 18 seconds to go in the first half, all tied up at 7-7. This score is going to surprise a lot of people when it heads across the PAs. And with that, the Indians just going to fall on the ball at the 35-yard line.
Not sure.
Falling on it there was Peyton Offenbach.
Not sure that's a great strategy with 18 seconds left, because that puts them within reason of a couple big plays with 3 timeouts left to get yourself at least a field goal chance for your big-legged kicker. I'd probably kick that one deep, but maybe they just want to keep it out of Drayshawn Roberts' hands.
Well, you know, this is a kid, the quarterback for the Indians, Brady Uhl, who can throw deep.
They might test one over the middle short and see if they can get a big gainer and then call the timeout if they do.
Here they go, out to the right side.
Pass is complete to number 2, Elijah Frazier.
Ooh, that might have hit the ground. But
Yeah, I was thinking he short hopped that one.
There was some confusion there. I think that they thought, I think the Piqua staff thought they called it incomplete, so they didn't call it timeout.
Yeah. That was strange, because really, I wish we had our instant replay so that we could see that, but that one looked like that was short hopped.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot on that throw.
Clock operator, please put 14 seconds.
Again, when he steps into it with his knee, it's a challenge to get a lot on it. He can get it in the right spot. He gets some air under it these days, but those ones where you need to put a rifle shot on him like you did there, which is a little bit short.
So they put the time back on the clock, 14 seconds there. It'll be a 2nd and 4 coming up here. The Indians would like to put some points, whether it's 3, whether it's 7 on the board before they go to halftime. Get a little bit of momentum going into the halftime locker room. Uhl with 3 wide to the left side, 1 to the right. Roman Medley on the outside, on the left side. Swing pass out, Drayshawn Roberts. He's at midfield. He gets it ahead, keeps going, and is going to be out of bounds with just 4 seconds to go. So that took a little bit longer to make The Marquise Oliver is the man who stopped him.
Pickup good enough for an Indian.
You don't really have time now, I don't know, to maybe throw one towards the sideline.
I don't think
4
so.
seconds isn't enough. You're going to have to go to the end zone on this one, I think. I'm not sure Ooh can get it there, though, right now. We'll see.
We've got time.
He's proven me wrong before. There he did it.
And incomplete.
Pass is picked off in the end zone.
It was actually intercepted there by one of the Stebbins Indians.
Looked like 14 to Sean Cunningham made that play.
So that takes us to halftime. And as I say, folks around the Miami Valley League and elsewhere going to be surprised at this score probably. Piqua 7, Stebbins 7 as we go to the half here on the Indian Nation Station.
Morris Comfort Systems is a locally owned and operated company right here in Piqua. We have been in the HVAC business for over 29 years. We offer professional solutions to all of your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Morris Comfort Systems is a factory-authorized carrier dealer. We service the entire Miami County and surrounding areas. Our employees are experienced and trained to assure you the best service and install. We offer annual service maintenance plans and complete system replacement options. Morris Comfort Systems is searching for experienced, hardworking individuals that are wanting the opportunity to elevate their career. If you are looking for a rewarding career more than just another job, we may be the right fit for you. Contact Morris Comfort Systems at 937-773-5662 or online at morriscomfortsystems.com. Go Indians!
Stebbins have just wasted probably a good 18 minutes, 19 minutes on the spot. You know, we only have 12-minute quarters. Yeah, they've wasted a lot. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2022 Pride of Piqua Marching Band. Tonight, we are pleased to share the field with our junior high band members. We start things off with a big hit that you hear at sporting events all over the country. It was first performed in 1972 by Gary Glitter and was called Rock and Roll Part 2, but you know it better as the Hey Song.
He comes down there earlier, but it's not let's give it up on the page.
Save Your Tears. We all know that Piqua fans are the best around. So get on your feet, Piqua, and clap along as the combined bands play the Piqua Pet Song. Of drum majors Alex Preston, Trista Boki, and Brenna Thompson. The band program is under the direction of directors Mitch Mahaney and Wyatt Hines. The guard directors are Dylan Schultz and Jacob Knight. The percussion director is Graham Carter with assistance from Carly Riley. Pride of Piqua has been a consistent OMEA State Marching Band finalist and a participant in Bands of America Grand Nationals. The Pride of Piqua placed first in Class A and was second place overall at the Norwood Invitational. First place in Class A and grand champion at the Marion Local Invitational, where they also received straight ones qualifying for state marching band finals. And first place in Class A at the Versailles Invitational. Tomorrow the band travels to Turbin High School for their last regular competition of the season. Good luck, Pride of Piqua.
No matter if it was a long day at work, home, the practice field, or you're just celebrating a big win with your teammates, the Piqua Little Caesars has you covered. Pick up a hot and ready $5.99 pizza anytime. Your Piqua Little Caesars are proud sponsors of the Indian Nation Station and Piqua Athletics. Buffalo Wings and Rings in Piqua is located at 989 East Ash Street. They have 45 TVs to watch all the live sports that you could imagine and offer a wide variety of food options. From burgers to wings, nachos, and yes, the pretzel bites, there's something for everybody. Stop by the Piqua Wings and Rings location before the game to get fueled up for the competition and after for the celebration.
Got a bump? Call Lump. Dick Lumpkin's Auto Body.
We interrupt this game with an important message from Craig.
Let's go, Piqua!
CRAEX strives to hire talented people, passionate to continue learning both professionally and personally.
When you walk in the building, you can sense family, teamwork, and fun. Come join the team of dedicated workers and become a part of the CRAEX family today.
For years, we've continued to lose our best and brightest students to other universities. They're going off to major in fields like business, education, nursing, and engineering, even taking classes online. And they couldn't be happier. We couldn't be happier either. After all, that's how we planned it. With Edison State's Bridge to Bachelor's degree program, you can get your 2-year degree and core classes at Edison State and then easily transfer to a state school. Save thousands of dollars and get the same great education with Edison State.
Dr. Littlejohn believes that clear vision begins with regular comprehensive eye exams. His friendly and professional staff will make you feel welcome in his office located at 8090 Looney Road. With our great selection of stylish eyewear, our licensed opticians will help you pick the perfect pair of glasses. Dr. Littlejohn participates in many vision plans. Call us at 937-606-2772 to schedule your next eye exam. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Go Piqua!
Harmony Systems is a manufacturing company that has been a staple in the Piqua community for nearly 30 years. The most recent milestone was the acquisition of a second facility that is roughly 100 yards away from the main plant. This location will allow for Harmony's continued growth and success. Harmony has over 60 molding machines and 225 employees, and we're still looking to expand. We offer competitive wages and a benefits package that includes access to a medical provider within walking distance at no cost to the employee. Come join our team and help make great plastic products.
I had a lot of struggle trying to find a proper real estate agent to help me with all of my house buying needs. And the last people I came to was Kathy and her team, and they're just amazing. I highly 10 out of 10 recommend.
Kathy just sold my house in record time, record offers, record showings. If you need to sell a house, go with Kathy. She is the absolute best.
Kathy's team helped me out so much. It was a great process. The gifts.
Look forward to living here in Ohio and recommending many future home buyers to use Kathy and her team to find the perfect house for them.
We found that having Kathy Haney as our realtor, we were comforted and encouraged by her professional experience.
Definitely highly recommend. Definitely.
We just sold our house because of Kathy Haney's amazing skills. She is positive and thorough, and I can't say enough good things about Kathy. Thanks, Kathy. You're the best.
Thanks, Kathy.
Atlantis Sportswear Incorporated in Piqua, Ohio is a family-owned company that started in 1985. With over 30 years of screen printing excellence, Atlantis is dedicated to producing screen-printed apparel of the highest quality to their customers. Atlantis Sportswear is currently hiring new employees to join their team. If you are the employee who has drive and ambition that wants to succeed in your career field, Atlantis Sportswear wants to meet with you to talk about the career opportunities they have. Atlantis Sportswear offers full-time, part-time, and a flexible employee work shift, and full-time employees have a full benefit package including medical, vacation time, and a generous 401k program. Please feel free to contact Atlantis Sportswear Incorporated through their website if you are interested in joining Team Atlantis.
Have you heard of This and That Candy on Main in downtown Piqua? It's for kids of all ages. If they don't have it, they don't make it. This and That Candy on Main has your favorite retro candy. You know from when you were a kid. There's a selection of 165 glass bottle sodas and 84 kinds of saltwater taffy. Retro toys? They've got them too. This and That Candy on Main, 408 North Main Street. Find them on Facebook or call 937-541-2201. If we don't have it, they don't make it.
Moore's Comfort Systems is a locally owned and operated company right here in Piqua. We have been in the HVAC business for over 29 years. We offer professional solutions to all of your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Moore's Comfort System is a factory-authorized carrier dealer. We service the entire Miami County and surrounding areas. Our employees are experienced and trained to assure you the best service and install. We offer annual service maintenance plans and complete system replacement options. Moore's Comfort Systems is searching for experienced, hardworking individuals that are wanting the opportunity to elevate their career. If you are looking for a rewarding career more than just another job, we may be the right fit for you. Contact Morris Comfort Systems at 937-773-5662 or online at morriscomfortsystems.com. Go Indians! No matter if it was a long day at work, home, the practice field, or you're just celebrating a big win with your teammates, the Piqua Little Caesars has you covered. Pick up a hot and ready $5.99 pizza anytime. Your Piqua Little Caesars are proud sponsors of the Indian Nation Station and Piqua Athletics.
Pizza, pizza.
Back once again to Alexander Stadium, Perk Field. We get ready for the second half of today's game between the Stebbins Indians and the Piqua Indians, and we're all tied up at 7-7. Tom Michaels here, along with Brian Gillespie. To be quite honest, Brian, you've got stats, and they're not too pretty.
Well, it was a little bit of a choppy first half, a little bit of an odd feel to the game. Not a lot of energy in the building. It wasn't really. The Piqua Indians offense really struggled. Meanwhile, Stebbins put together some drives. Stebbins had the ball for 16 and a half minutes versus 7.5 for Piqua. They outgained them 138-86. I mean, in about every category, Stebbins has the advantage, and a lot of that has to do with number one, Adrian Norton, 11 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown. He's also played a little bit of quarterback. He's also out at receiver. He's got one rush for 14 yards. I mean, he's playing quarterback, but he's running it like it's a running back. He's kind of like a two running back system back there. So, and Piqua has really struggled getting them off the field today. Meanwhile, the Piqua offense, there's not a lot to write home about. I mean, they did score on a short drive. Brady Ohl scored a touchdown on quarterback keeper early in the game, but that's about it. And really, it's kind of a stunner for this game to be a 7-7 tie, but Stebbins is coming into the second half probably with a lot of confidence.
All right, now, I come in here tonight, and I don't have Piqua gear because Chip hasn't gotten me any yet. Okay. He'll probably see this broadcast sometime in the off season, and I'll get sent some. Okay.
You might.
So I'm wearing a nice red shirt. Okay.
Yes.
All right. But I look at you.
Yes.
And you are sitting here wearing black and orange of, let's see, was it Toledo? No, not
Toledo. Far from it.
Tallahassee, maybe? No. What would that black and orange tee on your jersey mean?
That's Tennessee Volunteers, where I went to school back in the Stone Ages of the 90s. And they had a huge win last week against Alabama Crimson Tide. And I've been wearing it every day this week for sure. And I'll wear it. I might wear it. I may not shave. I might wear this same coat until they lose again. And hopefully that won't be till the off season. I hope they win them all and go and win it all this year. Get a chance to play the Buckeyes. I'd love to see that. But nonetheless, I rep the Tennessee Volunteers about as much as I can. And people get a little, they're like, oh, not orange again. I get a little bit of that every now and then.
Yeah, well, as far as, see, with my Ohio State, which is where I went, I don't have to wear them on special occasions because every week is a special occasion.
Oh, there you go. Buckeyes have had quite a run near the top. You know, it's not hard being an Ohio State fan. It's easy to be an Ohio State fan these days.
All righty. Well, as we get ready for the second half, the Indians are going to be kicking off because the coin toss was actually won by Stebbins, and they deferred to the second half. So we will see Mr. Reliable out there to do the kicking, Jackson Tremblay.
and I don't know if it's by design or not, but he hasn't been kicking a lot through the end zone. I think maybe they've changed their philosophy and they're trying to get people just at that 5-yard line-ish so that they'll return it, and they sometimes can get them better that way than if they kick it through the end zone and it just comes right out to the 20.
Yeah, we're doing just fine.
Yeah, Deshaun Cunningham, Connor Weaver, normally the run back folks.
And on cue, he does exactly the opposite of what I said and kicks it through the end zone. I'm 0 for a million tonight.
So it is going to be the 20-yard line. Now tomorrow I'll do the PA for Dayton football. College football, that happens, they bring it out to the 25. Why the difference? I have not figured that one out yet.
I think high school sports are always just a step or two behind. You know, the trends, and the trends have been less kick returns, make it easier for them to get better field position without the kick return, and Ohio High School Athletic Association hasn't caught up with that trend just yet.
Adrian Norton back out there, quarterback for Stebbins. He's got Lavelle Lyles continuing as the running back. He'll line up off the right hip with the quarterback. Lyles will take the ball, find the hole, and out across the 30-yard line for a first down.
They've been gashing them right in between the tackles. I mean, Piqua knows what's coming. They just can't stop it.
Booker and Bryson Roberts in on the stop.
It's so hard to see.
Another 1st and 10 here. Well, the Indians got to get their heads on straight here, or this could be a very unusual situation for them.
Norton, your ball carrier.
As the quarterback keeps it and picks up about 2 yards. We'll bring it to a 2nd and 8.
Keep in mind they do have a tendency to fumble the ball, so Piqua needs one of those fumbles to change the momentum of this game.
Well, there were mistakes galore early on. Ian Lyles with the carry.
They have I'll give it to Stebbins. They've tightened it up. They've been pretty sharp blocking. They haven't had too many penalties. They haven't put the ball on the ground too much. I give them credit. This since that early first quarter, it was a little rough. They've really got their act together.
Well, I sometimes wonder when teams go with rotating.
And there
he
it
wasn't
is.
Even watching.
There it is.
Lyles falls on the ball.
I need to start saying things that'll negative about Piqua, because then everything positive will happen, because it's opposite day apparently, because everything I say, it goes the opposite direction.
And that was actually Caden Caudill. Now, Caudill started the game at running back for Stebbins and ran the first series, and then we didn't see him again there in the first half. Lyles was in there.
That's a big fumble right there. I don't know if the snap timing was off. I don't know what happened there, but that really curtails looked like a decent drive by Stebbins.
Oh, that's going to be a decent punt considering how everything started out there. It's going to roll dead at the 40-yard line.
Indian 40-yard line.
So the Indians, decent field position here as they have their first go at it for the second half. They're all tied up 7-7 with Stebbins. Now, next week, Piqua is likely to be at home and against...
I think they're guaranteed a home game next week, so the matter of what seed you'll be, 5 or 6 if they win. I hadn't considered a loss necessarily. If they lose, maybe 7, probably still 6.
All sorts of confusion in the backfield. Stebbins has the ball. We have not seen that kind of confusion for the Indians all year long.
Yeah, that was very un-Piqua-like right there. I mean, they have not had mishandles of the ball. They haven't had a lot of fumbles, especially those type of fumbles where it's just confusion. You don't see that a lot. Focus just hasn't been there tonight like you hope.
9:36 to go in the third. Ball goes to Caudill. Caden Cottle, the 5'9", 160-pound senior running back, had 365 yards, make that 375 yards rushing coming into this game. Picks up 5 on that one. Get the ball again. This one's going to be shy of first down yardage, but across the 30-yard line.
Interesting change because if you look at Lyles, he had a ton of success running the ball out there. It's interesting to see their substitution patterns and why they decided to make the change.
Well, the point that I was trying to make before that we had every time I try and do something, there's a shalamazel out there. The point I was trying to make, which I've probably forgotten by now, is when you have, instead of having one, this guy's the quarterback and that's it. I just think that it's awfully hard on the team.
Yeah.
I think it's confusing, and
you get your signals mixed up. Now they're switching quarterbacks again here. They're not sure what's going on. They're confused. They're running out of time on the play clock probably.
Xavier Dozier will be the quarterback. He's a little bit bigger than is Norton.
You can pretty much book who he's throwing it to.
Looking.
Oh.
A little flare pass out over the middle, and it is complete. The ball is complete to the back. That's Caden Caudell.
Pass is complete to number 4, Caden Cottle.
And it's down to the 26-yard line. That's a first down.
That was pretty obvious. First down. That was a nice little call. That's a wrinkle they haven't shown yet. A little, almost kind of like a screen pass, but it didn't look like they had anybody pulling out to block for it. But they had Piqua confused on that one.
Well, again, it looks like there's a little bit of confusion back there. Caudell stays in as the running back, and he'll run it there at the 25-yard line. So
handoff goes to Caden
slight
Cottle.
pickup. Back in at quarterback, Adrian Norton.
Now, them switching quarterbacks can also be hard on the defense, though. So, you're not sure which way to look, who's coming in, who's playing quarterback right now. But when they do go this way, there's a good chance they're not throwing it.
Connor Weaver is wide to the right. There's also a man split left.
I'm not used to. I'm using like the little wheel thing on it. I'm still getting used to it.
And getting nowhere is Caudell.
Handoff goes to Caden Cottle.
No yardage on that one. That brings up third down.
See, now you're in third and long, so they're probably going to run out their other quarterback unless it's two down. It's probably two down territory either way. I'm going to guess that Norton's going to keep this one.
For Stebbins, as the ball is spotted on the
they just flipped tackles. So last time they did that, they ran it left. So hopefully Piqua picked up on that. And of course, when I say that, they're going to run it right. You watch. But they did flip tackles last time, and they went left. There it is.
Here goes Adrian Norton. Norton tries to turn the corner. He's going to be taken down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Norton, your ball carrier. Good tackle by number 8.
And I don't know that they've got somebody who can kick it that far.
I doubt it. Their extra point was pretty low and barely got over the goalpost, so I don't think that this is a little far out.
They've only tried one field goal this year. That was by Kilborn, and it was missed.
This is a crucial stop. They need this bad right here. Piqua needs to flip the momentum of this game.
This is not going to be a mercy rule game, that's for sure. Here's one toss, and that's going to be intercepted.
There he goes. He's gone. He's gone. You're not catching Mickey Anderson.
Mickey Anderson steps in front of that one, and the Indians, the defense comes through, and they take a 13-7 lead.
Woo! They needed that one. I'll tell you what, that takes the monkey off their back a little bit. That was getting pretty stressful. Letting Stebbins go up and down the field on him. The defense needed to make a play there.
And that brings on Jackson Trombley. Trombley having a quiet night tonight. Simply because haven't had the extra points to be kicked. Punches that one through. And with 5:19 to go in the third period, Piqua Indians take a 14-7 lead on Stebbins here on the Indian Nation station. That on the Mickey Anderson interception.
That was just the kind of game-changing play they had to have, and Mickey Anderson did it for them there.
They got it. That is for sure. I'd like to thank our sponsors for the 2022, I should say, 2023 year. Kathy Henney, Little Caesars, Teach Tech Productions, Buffalo Rings and Things. Or make that Buffalo Wings and Rings. Dick Lumpkins, This and That's Candy on Main. Harmony Systems, Craig's Corporation, Edison State, Dr. Littlejohn, Morris Comfort System, Atlanta Sportswear, and 36 Skate Club. I think I owe Buffalo Wings and Rings a make good.
There he goes, kicking it through the end zone again.
Yep. So they'll bring it out to the 20, and the Indians go back on defense there, now leading it 14-7. And we have to see whether that's going to be a real momentum killer here for the Stebbins Indians, because they had a nice drive going.
Well, you get to a situation where now you feel, kind of that's flipped, the pressure's flipped a little bit. Now do you feel stressed enough where you start throwing the ball because you get impatient because now you're down? Or do you keep to the running game? Are they able to maintain their focus and keep that running game rolling downhill?
Norton keeps it.
Adrian Norton, your ball carrier.
In for the stop, Brennan Johns. Johns, defensive lineman, 5'10", 181-pound senior. The back, Lavelle Lyles now back into the game, replacing Caden Caudle, who I thought didn't do a bad job on that last series.
They've got a couple nice running backs.
On 2nd and 11 off the loss of one. There's Lyles. Lyles finds a hole. And he's going to pick up good yardage there, but be about 2-3 yards short. And brings up third down.
Another key play here for the Piqua Indians on 3rd and 2 here.
Quarterback keeps. Dives ahead for the first.
Norton, your ball carrier. Norton picking up first down.
So that'll move the chains here with 4:06 to go in the third period. Now Coach Greg Bonifay in his 6th year. Got it into the playoffs the last 2 years. Of course, it's been a little bit easier here with expanded playoff teams. Once again, Adrian Norton is going to carry the ball. Doesn't get a whole lot of yardage that time. Bonifay played at Wilmington. He was a one-time defensive coordinator at Stebbins before he left there to become the head coach at Southeastern. He was there for like 9 years, I believe. So he really has turned some things around with this program. There's a whistle.
Dead ball. False start. Offense.
So with the false start, takes it back 5.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still getting
Okay,
used to
so
it.
now they're behind the sticks here, 2nd and 12. This is a big play to put some pressure on them on 3rd down if you can keep them.
Gives it to Lyles. Lyles gets some of that yardage back.
He runs hard, this
Yes.
Lyles kid. I mean, he's been as good a running back as I think we've seen this year, how he just grinds through there. I mean, he didn't have a huge hole there, I didn't think, but he ran over some Piqua kids and kept them moving backwards.
Not a real big kid, 5'10", 170-pound junior. On 3rd and 3. Quarterback keeps, and he should be stopped, but there's a flag.
Norton, your ball carrier. Flag on the play.
So we'll see what the officials confab will say.
I think we might have a holding penalty here on Stebbins. It's a long discussion now.
Yep. But yeah, it's a holding call against Stebbins.
I think he might accept this one again because they'll have 4th and short if he doesn't.
We got 3 holds, and then I think 1 personal foul on both sides.
Holding. Offense. Number 52. 10-yard penalty. Replay. 3rd down.
So they replay 3rd down. So the ball is not quite to the 30-yard line there. On 3rd and 11. Into the game, Clyde Mason, wide receiver. He's lining up in the slot near side.
They're keeping Norton in there on a little bit longer play here.
Now they line up Lyles as a blocker. Almost got to him there. Gets rid of the ball. It is complete at midfield. Bringing it back is Deshaun Cunningham. Haven't called his name much at all tonight. That's his 12th reception of the year. And it gets it down to the 40-yard line. 42-yard line, I should say.
They missed their chance in the backfield there, and then you got to keep him between the tackles on those throws. The end lost contain, and that is a bad news when you're facing Norton.
Single men either side. Again, Lavelle Lyles.
Handoff goes to Lavelle Lyles.
He's picking up some good yardage here.
Bryson Roberts
Picks up 8 on that one. 2nd and short. We're getting late in the 3rd period.
Got to hand it to the Stebbins team. They just keep coming. And they've done a lot more on offense than Piqua has been able to do.
Well, we said it in our pregame. They've been inconsistent. Sometimes they've been world beaters, and sometimes they beat themselves. He's going to be taken down by Mickey Anderson.
Anderson with a tackle.
Taken down a yard shy of a 1st down.
I think they're using the KISS method here, the keep it simple, stupid method. Like you just do what's working for you, and they're sticking with it. And there they split the guard again over to the left side, so they're probably going left again. Nope,
Yep,
this time
right
it
up
went
the middle and a 1st down. Lyles on the carry.
Lyles, your ball carrier. 1st down, Stebbins.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 coming up here for the Stebbins Indians. The Piqua Indians, their defense has played fairly well tonight, but they've got to stiffen their backs coming up here.
I mean, it feels like Stebbins had the ball almost the entire half except for one play. No, they haven't even run a play officially. They kicked an extra point, but it was the defense that scored a touchdown. Stebbins just had the ball forever.
So they let the time run out for the third period. When we come back, our final 12 minutes, Indians, Piqua leading the Indians, Stebbins, 14-7 here on the Indian Nation Station.
Teams, good luck tomorrow as they get ready to compete at the district cross-country meet at Cedarville University. Teams and individuals will look to advance to the regional cross-country meet in Troy.
Am I fine just right here? All right, sweet.
All right, comes down to this. 12 minutes left in the regular season, at least in terms of regulation play. Stebbins with the ball, Piqua with a lead. Here's the quarterback. Adrian Norton will keep it. He gets it close to a first down, but just shy.
You know, what's as effective as Lyles has been running the ball in between the tackles, you have to respect that. So you're getting a lot of Piqua defenders going after that, and he faked it. There were no whole lot of people out there on the outside. That was a nice fake by him.
Lavelle Lyles continues as the back. He'll take the ball. He'll be stopped short of the first down. Lots of blue shirts there. We saw Sam Smeezing in there. Mickey Anderson also one of those.
Well, this is no doubt 4-down territory here. I mean, you're at 3rd and 2. You're counting on running that 4th down play. Hopefully, if you're Stebbins, you hope you don't have to run that 4th down play.
Minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Adrian Norton. He'll line Lyles up off his right hip. Lyles takes the ball. Lyles with the first down.
Lyles, your ball carrier.
Well, it was in this kind of an area here where we've seen previously mistakes being made by Stebbins.
Piqua just needs to bow up and hold that line against this run. It's just been a bear.
We're making that announcement here shortly.
That big offensive line is just leaning on them.
Hyde Mason split to the right. In single back. Norton comes around the left side. He's down to the 7. Forced out of bounds by Bryson Roberts.
He's like the magic man. Now you see me, now you don't. I mean, the Piqua Indians are really having a hard time wrapping him. You can't get your hands on him. He's just a great athlete.
The first and goal to go here.
372-390. If this is your ticket, come see us in the home side press box.
Well, he's as much running back as he is quarterback. Gives the ball Lyles. Big hole. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Stebbins.
Lyles on the 7-yard run.
What a drive. And that's all you can say. It's just been an extremely impressive drive. If I'm Stebbins, I might go for 2 here, and that's what they're doing.
Well, they've been able to make things happen on the ground. Adrian Norton, Lyles behind him. Norton with the ball. Norton in again. And that gives Stebbins a 1-point lead at 15-14.
They have no answer. There's no answer for Adrian Norton out there on the Piqua side. He's been that good. Probably the best single player performance I've seen this year against Piqua. So now you're going to see Piqua get the ball back here. Can they move the ball? They have not moved the ball up the field much tonight. We'll see what they can do.
Well, we want to wish the cheerleaders luck as they head to the MBL Cheerleading Championships next weekend at Butler High School. The team has had many strong competitions this fall. They've earned many trophies, special awards. Last year, the high school team finished third, the junior high squad first. Our cheerleaders have high expectations for this year's competition. Good luck to everybody involved. So it's going to be a squib kick over on the right side, goes out of bounds. So that'll be a penalty here. And that'll put the Indians in good field position. Now, unlike most teams, unlike Stebbins, you've got this spectacular place kicker for the Indians and Jackson Tremblay. So if they get it down there within field goal range, they certainly have a better than average chance to be able to convert on that.
What was odd about that play right there is I think he kicked it out at the 35. So the penalty literally cost Stebbins nothing by kicking it out of bounds. Isn't it supposed to be moved to the 40 if they kick it out of bounds?
I thought it was supposed to be moved up, yeah.
This has been a bit of an oddly refereed game. The spots have been weird. Just all kinds of weird stuff has happened. And I swear that ball went out of bounds at the 35. And they threw a flag and they set the ball at the 35.
And your back is now Sam Smeezing. He's going to take the ball, finds a hole, first down. Looks like he got it all the way out there to midfield. So we haven't seen Sam Smeezing lined up as the back very often this year.
But I think Kai wasn't having a lot of success against this defense, so I think they're looking for a change of pace here.
Roman Medley, wide left side. Deshaun Roberts in motion. Little pass over the middle. It is complete.
There he goes. There he goes.
Here goes Colton Booker in for the touchdown. That nice little pass from midfield.
Great response there by the Piqua offense. They were well rested, I'll tell you that. They hadn't been out there in a while. But man, play, touchdown. That was quick.
So Ulda Booker. And that's the kind of quick hitter that we have seen from the Indians all season long. So with the kick, 21-15. Now the Indians have to really get the back up there as far as the defense is concerned.
Now the Stebbins goal right here is, okay, let's run the last 9 minutes of this game off the clock and score right before the gun and win this one walking away. Now, they're down 6. Stebbins has to still kick an extra point if they were to score to get the victory, but they may go for 2 anyway. But first they got to get it down there. Now maybe some of this momentum they just got from their offense will kickstart their defense, give them some energy. They have just not been able to slow down that Stebbins running game.
Back deep to receive the kickoff, number 1, Adrian Norton as well.
And the final game of the regular season.
Trombley to kick for the Indians.
Most competitive game we've seen this year. That was going to be a little bit short. Taken there by Norton. Norton trying to find his way around the right side. Chased out of bounds there. Mickey Anderson was in on him. Also, the kicker was right there. So Jackson Trombley.
He's a linebacker at heart.
Credit number 27,
Trombley.
Offenbacher with a stop for the Indians.
He likes to get in on those tackles.
So they'll start from the 25-yard line. They'll work from the right hash mark. And one man wide to the left, one to the right. Well, we've got a flag on the play.
Dead ball. False start. Number 4.
So a false start.
5-yard penalty. First down.
And that could be the kind of thing that could start to destroy you if you're Stebbins.
Yeah, it knocks you off, off your chart here. Okay, do we still run it? Do we want to throw it? If they know we're throwing it, it's not been a good scenario for them tonight.
On a 1st and 15, Lyles the running back. Norton will keep it. Norton turns the corner. Gets it up to the 29-yard line. And is taken down. Sam Smeezing getting to him there. So next week, the Indians likely to play at home. We'll have to see whether we'll be able to be live or whether it'll just be a tape delay game. We will have it for you one way or the other. On the pitch, Lyles. He's going to be flung to the turf this time.
Number 44, Lavelle Lyles. He's probably dropped in the backfield.
And that's right there is Hayden Weigel. Grabbed him by the shirt tails and just took him to the turf.
Now, here you go. This is a really bad scenario for Stebbins' offense. This is not where you want to be. 3rd and 13. The key here is that on the edges, the defensive ends from Piqua have got to stay at home. Keep Adrian Norton inside the tackles. Do not let him get out on the edge, because more than likely he'll end up trying to be a hero and run with this one after.
Under pressure, gets away, still under pressure. Throws the ball, almost intercepted there by Devin Finley.
Pass is incomplete.
Yep. We're thinking that should have been a penalty there.
He looked like he might even be down on that play before he got rid of the ball, to be honest. There's a couple different things could have happened or could have been called on that. The referees stay silent.
So Gibson Kilbourne.
Watch. It's been like a free-for-all on their punts tonight, so. Oh, mistake by the Piqua returners to let that one go.
Yep, that's going to roll inside the 20, inside the 15.
Ball be down near the Indian.
So the Indians, Piqua Wise, will be starting fairly deep in their own end here. 6:58 left to go in the game. Indians take over 1st and 10 on what has been a titanic struggle.
Hopefully they can put together a drive like last time. 2-3 plays and a touchdown. Ideally.
Let's recognize Brooklyn Black.
Gabe Gamble is now in the game for the Indians. Wide to the near side is Elijah Frazier. Also man wide to the left. Now Deshaun Brown takes the pitch. Turns the corner, picks up a yard or so. Deshaun Cunningham with that tackle.
Cunningham, your ball carrier.
Say he picked up 2, so it'll be a 2nd and 8.
Stebbins really's got to get off the field to give their offense a chance to get the ball back one time, because
Lofts went out there, and incomplete. Look for Elijah Frazier. Frazier being covered by the Marcus Oliver. And then we go to 3rd down.
and that stops the clock right there. That does Stebbins a favor. If they can get off the field here, that gives them more time. Plus, they got all 3 of their timeouts left to try to make a final drive.
Bull, the quarterback. Bull rolling. So Uhl winds up carrying it, and then we get a flag at the end of the play.
Look like they might got a roughing the passer right there. A personal foul.
Yep.
That's a killer right there.
Yeah, it looked like it came in at the end of the play.
And that gives Piqua a new set of downs. That's tough. And it gives them great field position now.
The team has had many strong competitions this
Well, hopefully the Piqua Indians can have the same sort of run this year in the tournament as they had last year. They went 4 deep in.
So our cheerleaders have high expectations for this year's competition. Good luck, ladies.
Yeah, they had a great run. You know, they could get a rematch with Edgewood possibly in the second round, which would be a tough matchup of a team that runs the ball really well, just like this Stebbins team has done tonight. That would be an interesting game, but also a very difficult game for this Piqua team to go to Edgewood, because this year they will not be at home for 2 rounds. They're going to be on the road round 2 unless there's an upset.
I wonder the ball carrier there.
Looks like they need a couple more first downs to squeeze this clock, and if they score a touchdown, that'd be a great thing to put Stebbins in an incredibly difficult spot.
Pitch, Kai Warner. Warner goes to the outside and is forced out of bounds.
Looks like we're going to have a hold on Piqua.
Kai Warner will be taken out of bounds.
Coming back.
Number 32, Hayden King.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you just can't afford right here at this stage of the ball game with a score like this.
Number 12 of the offense.
The Indians have found themselves rarely in any kind of a situation like this year. So that takes the ball back to the 37-yard line.
We're all over the place. Now they bounce back to the 40. We don't know. We're having math issues tonight.
Ooh, on the pass. Gets it out there. Colton Booker. Booker keeps going. Booker across the 30. Booker down to the 27-yard line.
Man, like a man possessed on that play. He was not interested in going down.
5:01 to go now, inside 5 minutes as they start the clock.
Stebbins is feeling this one slip away a little bit right now, I think. Now they just gotta put the final pieces together here at Piqua on this drive.
Yeah, Piqua just has to make sure they don't make any mistakes. Give the ball to the back. That's Kai Warner. He's at the 20, down to the 18.
Crowd number 53, Thomas Hart with the tackle.
In on the stop. That's Hayden King. Indians get a first down there. A new set of downs. Nearing 4 minutes to go. Well, with so many mercy rule games that we did this year, you forget what it's like in a tight contest.
It's actually an intense game here.
Guy Warner, he'll pick up a couple of yards on that one. Now timeout is called by Stebbins.
Timeout, Stebbins.
21-15, Piqua leading Stebbins.
First of the half.
3:36 left to go here. Indians, the Piqua Indians started the scoring at 5:45 of the first on a 7-yard run by Brady Uhl. But the game was tied up late in the second period. Adrian Norton on a short run. That took us to 7-7. Indians went back on top. Piqua, Mickey Anderson in the third quarter on the interception and brought it back 14-7. And then in the fourth period, 10:05 left to go. Lyles scores to make it 14-13, and then Norton on the 2-point conversion gave the first lead of the night for Stebbins. Then Uhl on a 50-yarder, the Colton Booker. Extra point good, and that's where we are now, 21-15. Indians would like to put a little bit of insurance on that board as they now face a 2nd and 8. I believe that was the first timeout called by Stebbins. Roman Medley wide to the left, inside him Mickey Anderson. Frazier on the right side.
Flag on the play. Dead ball. Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So a dead ball foul against Stebbins.
That's a big penalty. Goes from 2nd and 8 to 2nd and 3. That's a lot. It's a lot easier for the Indians here.
Smeezing to the 10-yard line.
Smeezing your ball carrier.
I think he's about 1.5 yards short here.
Yep. He's brought down by Josh Thatchson, the defensive lineman, 5'11", 260-pounder. They've got some good size on their lines.
Yeah, and the trenches, they're pretty big. They're as big as we've seen. And that's where you get a little taste of what you're going to see in the playoffs once you get to these Cincinnati teams. A lot of these Cincinnati schools have big kids, and Edgewood's going to be a big team if we get a game against Edgewood.
Student athletes and coaches. You can catch all the action on the Indian Nation.
So that's the second timeout is taken by the Stebbins Indians. Stebbins looking toward their third playoff appearance in the last 3 years. The Indians, of course, have won a state championship. That was back in 2006 in Division II, and they were also the runners-up back in 2000. Bill East able to do it with 2 totally different crews there. On 3rd and 2. Smeezing. He's got the first down. He's got the touchdown.
Big time play right there by Sam. Get that one in the end zone. Big drive by the Indians. They sustained the drive. They proved that they could get it done.
That comes at 3:31.
it.
And we'll see what happens here with Mr. Tremblay.
Score update, Butler edging Troy 20-19 in the third quarter right now. So that would be a surprise result if Butler were able to finish that one.
Well, the kick is good, and it's 28-15. Piqua leading Stebbins here. Well, again, next week, we will have the game for you, whether it is tape delay on the Indian Nation station or the YouTube channel, or whether it is live streaming. We'll find out first part of next week, and you'll be able to check here on the Indian Nation station to find that one out. All sorts of different things when you get into the playoffs, because it's no longer league rules as it is now the OHSAA. So a little bit more comfortable than we were just a couple of minutes ago. This one taken at the 4.
Adrian Norton on the return.
So that once again was Norton on the return.
By the way, looking at the ratings, there's an outside chance if Troy loses tonight that they could drop into a matchup with the Piqua Indians for a rematch in the playoffs. Not likely, but there is a scenario in the computer rankings where a loss puts them at 11. So we'll keep an eye on that one. I doubt it. It's probably going to be Stebbins all over again next week. There's an outside chance, if you look at joeitel.com, of that scenario.
So the back once again, Lyles, the quarterback. Here's Norton. Norton looking, throws it ahead, throws it out of bounds. Intended receiver, Clyde Mason.
Norton's pass. Intended for number 15, Clyde Mason.
Takes us to second down here.
When you're playing Stebbins, if you can put them in a must-pass situation, you're in a lot better scenario than you are otherwise. I'm surprised they don't have Norton out playing wide receiver right now, to be honest.
Norton rolls right. Under pressure, gets rid of the ball. And it is, was he inbound? No, it's incomplete.
Adrian Norton's pass goes incomplete.
So that takes us to third down. Third down and 10, 3:11 to go.
That'll bring up third down and 10 for Stebbins.
And so I believe Stebbins has one timeout left.
16-yard line. 3:11 remaining in tonight's contest.
Overthrows everybody. One of the blue shirts.
Pass intended for Clyde Mason goes incomplete.
That might have been Bryson Roberts there, who was back and left for the ball, but that was over everybody's head. So fourth down. Well, Stebbins, as a football program, has certainly come from the depths. Once again, looking ahead.
Don't intercept it. You don't want to do that. No fourth down. You want to knock that one down.
Pass goes incomplete with that one.
So with that, Indians will take over the ball. They'll do it.
You'll
deep into the Stebbins territory.
Speaking of Stebbins and their improvement as a program, if you remember last year, they pulled off one of the biggest upsets in the state, knocking off Tays Valley in the first round of the playoffs in Region 8. I think Tays Valley was the 2 seed, and Piqua or Stebbins was the 15, or it might have been 3-14, but it was a huge upset. That was probably the top upset in the state last year in the playoffs.
Kai Warner just puts it up the middle. He is taken down there by Isaac Delaria.
Isaac Delaria, as well as number 44, Lavelle Lyles.
Clock down, 2:25 rolling. Indians just want to see that time march off the clock. But keep it on the ground once again. And here goes Kai Water in for the easy touchdown.
And this score is suddenly going to look like a little bit of a blowout, and it definitely not indicative of how the game went for about three and a half quarters.
That score coming at 2:07. The previous score coming at 3:31 of this final period. Jackson Tremblay. Perfect on the night. Close to perfect on the season. And with that, Indians take out to a 35-15 lead. 2:07 left to go here in the game. Now the football playoffs begin next Friday. It appears that Piqua will host the first week of the playoffs. Those playoff games are operated by the OHSAA, and Piqua is essentially a host site that follows the procedures given by the OHSAA. Season tickets, unfortunately, will not be permissible for us to honor. However, parking passes that were purchased at the beginning of the season will be honored. Tickets will only be available online at the OHSAA website. You can purchase your tickets online starting Wednesday. The official playoff information for opponents and game sites is going to be announced coming up on Sunday. There's always people who figure it out ahead of time, but that's when the official is made known. One which is picked up again. Norton taken down at the 10-yard line.
Got to give the Norton kid some credit. I mean, he's a elite football player playing on a team with not a ton of elite football players. And he's doing it all. Kick returning, quarterback, wide receiver, you name it. He pretty much plays it for him, and he does it with style. And he's an impressive young man.
Dylan Philippi had the tackle. One of those in on the tackle for the Piqua Indians. They once again have Dozier in as he completes the pass out on the right side. Got it out in the flat to Adrian Norton.
Tackles made with number 2, Elijah Frazier.
And looks like we got a player who is down, but nope, he's going to be able to get back up. We do have a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Late hit. Number 13 in the defense.
They're going to call a late hit on that one.
First down.
So even with this game in hand, as a coach, you don't want to see that sort of thing.
Yeah, there's just no need for it at this point, Just play out Play it out, play hard, finish the game right.
Dozier's pass complete
Dozier
to Deshaun Cunningham.
on the pass. Deshaun Cunningham, who we haven't said a whole lot about tonight because he hadn't been in too much of the action. Came into the game with 11 receptions for the season. Pickup of 7. That one tipped by the white shirt and then out of bounds.
Pass is broken up by Mickey Anderson.
Brings up a 3rd down and 3. Well, once again, we want to thank everybody involved here at Piqua with Chip Pear, our producer, also director AJ Langer.
Best beard in the business.
Lyle's your ball carrier.
So once again, Lyle with the covers, with the carry, should say.
And on the stop for the Indians.
Schmeezing and Finley on the stop. Here's one off the fingertips.
Pass intended
Incomplete. Connor Weaver, the intended receiver.
Drayshawn Robertson on the coverage for the Indians.
So you got Adrian Norton out there as the wide man to the right. Here's going to be a flag. Indians didn't get a man off quick enough. They get the ball down there to Adrian Norton.
Flag on the play.
So again, I think the Indians were not able to get the
on the field. Defense.
He's pointed. He's pointed in the wrong direction. Almost like that's the 10th time. I swear he does it almost every time he makes the call. He's playing games with us. He's messing with us.
Dozier going real deep. Elijah Frazier had a hand on it, drops it, and he's the only one who was.
I look like Norton was like, "Man, don't throw me the ball." the guy's running my route for me. Don't throw me the ball, and the quarterback said, "Well, I'm throwing it no matter what. Good luck trying to go catch it." And he just stopped, and Frazier kept running.
Lyles carries it ahead. Inside a minute to go.
Hard to believe this was a 7-7 game at halftime, and now it's 35-15. And that's just in the second half of the fourth quarter, really, that whole thing changed.
Dozier lost one out on the left side. Incomplete.
Dozier's pass goes incomplete.
So that brings up 4th down.
That bring up 4th down for the Indians.
Dozier with Lyles off his right hip. Looking on the left side.
Oh, I thought he had it. Uh-oh, we got a pass interference.
Pass intended for Deshaun Cunningham goes incomplete.
But that won't be at the spot like it is in the pros. They'll just get a 15-yarder.
I think that was Deshaun Cunningham, who was the intended receiver.
Pass interference. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Resolve that penalty as a 1st down.
So it'll be a 1st down with 28 seconds to go here. All spotted down at the 17. He intended for Cunningham once again.
Intended for Cunningham goes incomplete.
Indians now bring Aiden Williams in. Well, Stebbins is going to call their final timeout
Timeout.
with
Stebbins.
23 seconds left to go here.
Timeout of the half.
It'll be a 2nd and 10. So once again, we tell you what we know is that the Indians will be playing at home next week in the first round of the playoffs. We'll find out Sunday exactly who they play. Now, as far as our television, well, it'll depend on what the state says we can do, whether we'll have live streaming or whether we will have just the tape delay afterward on the Indian Nation station, on Spectrum TV, and the YouTube channel.
Well, they were generous enough to allow us to do it last year, so hopefully nothing's changed and we can go live next week.
Would be cool. Here's Dozier taken down. The sack right there at Smeezing. For Sam Smeezing, that's his 5th sack of the year. They're trying to get a play off here in his final seconds. They do. They throw one down, and that is going to be intercepted by Colton Booker. He takes the knee for Booker. That is the, let's see. That's his 2nd interception of the year. But the final score, the Piqua Indians over the Stebbins Indians by a score of 35-15. This one, it was tight all the way into the 4th quarter and well into the 4th quarter before the Piqua Indians were able to make this game their own.
Yeah, they took control there. You know, the defense got a touchdown, put them in pretty good spot, but then the defense kind of let up. But then after that, you know, you had that quick touchdown, that throw over the middle. That was a game changer because that really flipped the momentum and put the pressure on Stebbins for the first time in the night.
So we don't have any stats yet, do we?
I do not believe we have any stats as of now.
Okay. Well, anyway, there you go. There you see the season records. Piqua ending the season overall at 8-2, and that puts them as 7-2, and in 2nd place in the Miami division. Of course, Stebbins there in the Valley division.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a regular season. Let's get ready and let's see if those Piqua Indians can make another run into deep into the playoffs this year.
So, once again, stay with the Indian Nation station this week to find out exactly what's going to happen as far as our telecast next week. Sure hope you're going to be in the stadium as well as the Piqua Indians take on an unknown opponent in the first round of the playoffs. For everybody involved here, my thanks go out, particularly with AJ Ganger, our producer director, athletic director Chip Hare, and for my broadcast partner here, who I have so much fun with, Ryan Gillespie. My name is Tom Michaels. Final score, Piqua 35, Stebbins 15. You've been watching it here on the Indian Nation Station.
What do you need it for? To get this base off? All right.